What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into this video where I talk about the 11 life lessons that I learned from traveling. Today is life lesson number 9. Yes, before I get into the life lesson, I did cut my hair. What really happened is I messed up cutting my hair the right way, so I had to shave it all. But I'm actually really glad I did now because it feels really, really cool. Like, I wish you could feel this right now. Either way, so life lesson number 9. You gotta have the good in order, well, I said that backwards. You gotta have the bad in order to have the good. You really have to have a balance of both. And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. So last summer I did those 80 days across the United States, road tripping all the way across. It was amazing. And now let me tell you, that was 80 days. There were a couple days though that were really memorable. And looking back now at it, I realized that those days that were really memorable came right after the worst of the worst days on that trip. So for example, Wyoming. Literally, it is wide open Wyoming. There is nothing really there. There's a cool, like Cody, Wyoming is pretty cool as you get towards Yellowstone, but I drove all day across Wyoming. No radio, no podcast, no nothing, because I ran out of it and I ran out of space on my phone. It was the worst experience ever. Next day was Yellowstone. One of the greatest days of the whole trip. I got to see, first thing I saw, I drove into the park, I saw bears. Nobody could see. I saw a mama bear and her cub. Like, not many people get to see that. I got to see almost every part of the park. It was just an amazing day altogether. Another quick example. I arrived in California via the north. So I took Route 1, which, by the way, don't take the first 20 miles of Route 1. It is just not pleasant. You drive along the side of like a road, and it's like left and right, winding, right up against a cliff. There's no turning back because literally it's one lane. So it's the worst experience ever. I did that at 6 p.m. I did not know what I was getting myself into. So I'd already had like a long day. Plus I drove like this 2-hour road that was only like 20 miles, not even. And it took that long because you just have to go so slow and just like make sure that you don't fall off the side of the cliff. And the day after that, I went to the Redwoods. I was mind blown. It was such a great day. I got to go to a really cool city as well. Like, it's just so funny how like the worst of the days happen right before the best of the days. And when I looked back at it and thought about it, I realized that, you know, if every day was an amazing day, wouldn't they all just like kind of like blend together and you wouldn't like really think of them as amazing anymore? Like, that's why you have to have the bad in order to realize the good. You have to be able to have like a point of comparison. Because if I'm comparing every day to the previous day that was amazing, it's just like, oh, that was the same as yesterday, that was the same as yesterday, that was the same as yesterday. It's not going to be as amazing. And so I learned to, you know, appreciate those horrible days. Like when I got robbed in Italy, or when I drove across Southern Oregon and there was nothing going on. Like, or the days where like I planned things out and nothing worked out. Like, you have to learn to enjoy those days, or to at least appreciate the fact that they're there, because they are what allows you to have an even better day the next time around. And so that's pretty much the gist of lesson number 9, that you have to have the good and the bad. You have to have the bad in order to be able to enjoy the good. So when there is a bad day, don't get discouraged. Know that there's always tomorrow. There's always another opportunity for an epic adventure. So with that being said, if you guys got any value from this video, I would love to hear about it. Like, I love it when people comment. Like, this is my way to reach out to you guys, to share what I know, to help teach you guys, and to also hear what you guys have to teach me. So with that being said, leave a comment down below. Share it with somebody else who you think might benefit from it, or who's trying to plan a trip or whatever. And then I will catch you all in the next video. High five!